So now for our featured story of the day. Bitcoin bounces back after the market jitters with Arthur Hayes forecasting a $1 million Bitcoin price projection, particularly for this cycle. So send it and let's freaking go, yo. So as you can see, the price of Bitcoin briefly jumped above 62 G's, baby. Friday morning, which marked an upturn for Bitcoin because it just plunged to 49,000 the day before. And as I've been saying, family, expect extreme volatility post-halving because we always have extreme volatility. In fact, we went from almost 70 during a pump watch 2 weeks ago on our freaking live stream to all the way down to 49 and then right back to 62. Crazy, right? The surge of the Bitcoin performance was owed to the better than expected U.S. unemployment insurance figures that were released last week. According to the U.S. Labor Department, last week saw roughly 233,000 unemployment claims, despite economists' projections that the numbers would be higher. Bitcoin also saw at least $91 billion in trades, according to recent data from CoinGlass, despite Goldman Sachs increasing its U.S. recession forecast in 2025 to 25% from 15%, so they upped it 10%. Many analysts believe Monday's jittery market might have been an overreaction, with the Federal Reserve likely to prop up the economy next month through interest rate cuts. Moreover, we have crypto entrepreneur and BitMEX ex-CEO Arthur Hayes just blaze predicts that Bitcoin might even spike all the way up to 1 million per coin, 7 figures, baby. Let's go. Now for the kicker. During the current market cycle, 1 milli. How would that impact your life, family? Hypothetically, if we hit that target, holla, quoting him here. The Bitcoin price in this cycle is going to go very, very, very high. Hayes shared with the news recently hundreds of thousands of dollars and maybe even 1 million. Continuing his quote, there's so much debt that needs to be rolled over. We are entering a period where the global monetary architecture is completely changing. And he also says, we don't know what it's going to be, but the people who have made the most of the last 80 years are going to be very resistant to change. Must be talking about the Warren Buffetts, clearly. Anyways, Hayes also pointed out that the former President Trump's Bitcoin reserve proposal seemed improbable. Quoting him here, I find it almost impossible that will get done. Even if Trump is elected, he said, you're going to need to have a certain amount of people vote for this. And if you know this is going to somehow negatively impact the U.S. Treasury or Fed or visibility to maintain the U.S. Treasury market. So it sounds like, in my humble opinion, Arthur Hayes just understands the corruption within the United States government and behind the scenes with the Federal Reserve. And they're ultimately saying even if Trump makes those promises, he feels it's virtually improbable, virtually impossible that it will actually get done because it's not in the U.S. Treasury or the Fed's best interest. And who controls America behind the scenes in the shadow government? It's the Federal Reserve, which has nothing to do with being federal. It's private bankers. It's banking cartels that control, the economy. So what if everyone embraces Bitcoin, including the U.S.? They'd be shooting themselves in the foot. You guys got to keep that in mind, family. He does make a very valid point, but let me know your thoughts also surrounding his $1 million price projection. Do you think it's a potential possibility for this particular cycle, 2024, 2025? Holla at your boy. Next halving not occurring till 2028. So the next epoch, 2028, 2032, that's where Plan B projects Bitcoin will be hovering at around 4 million per coin on average, as I covered in yesterday's pod. If you missed it, you're going to have to check it out. But there you go. Welcome, everyone, to the Q&A segment of the live show.